Hey, what is up, guys? And welcome back to another Magic the Gathering online league. We're back with Eldrazi ramp on the play for game one. Wish I was on the draw though, because I would love to sprawl into the K command, but I mean, I can't complain with Devour, Temple, Lab, K command, so I think it's fine. Reveal Devour, Trigger, Myco, no brainer. Let us go Lab. We don't want to see Devour get seized. That's why I want to go Lab first there. Overgrown Tomb Shock, 18. The Lighted Halfling. Methinks I'm going to Bolt the Bird. We'll draw. Myco. Temple. K Command. Rampant Exile. The Halfling. We here on this channel always Bolt the Bird. We'll pass. Wooded Foothills. My first assumption here is Yawgmoth. Wooded Foothill. Down to 17. Forest. Double green for Rumble. There is Badgermole Cub and there's Aggie. Attempt to get rid of the spawn, but we're already going to be hitting them with a Myco spawn here, so I don't think that's necessary. Let's hold up the K command X1. What do you grab here, friendo? Chooses Verdant Cat. Draw. Rumble. Fetch. For a forest. Myco Kick. Kick the Overgrown Tomb. We could grab a forest for the Rumble, but we'll just grab Temple here. And we'll pass and hold up K command X1. Verdant Cat. Delighted Halfling. Verdant Cat, down to 16. Swamp, 4. Aggie Soul. Aggie Soul's fine. We could get rid of the Halfling now, but I think I hold it in case we draw into a land for Devour. End step. And draw. Windswept Heath, fetch. For a forest. Sprawl. For red. Return Devourer. Cast Devour of Destiny. Target Delighted Halfling. Go to combat. Swing with Myco Spawn. Opponent's down to 13. We'll pass. Keeping them off that Yawgmoth they have in hand. Boseiju. Badgermole. On the swamp. Okay. Yawgmoth. And anything else? We can get rid of the Yawgmoth with the K command. Formidable Speaker. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let us start by rumbling. Devour. So again, we have... I think we go Devour. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll grab Devour of Destiny. And we'll cast Devour. Devour Yawgmoth first. And see if they want to Aggie Soul Cauldron Decay return, I suppose. I'd imagine you will. You chose not to. Weird choice, but okay. And we'll go to combat. Swing for 6. Lethal's on board. K command in hand. Even if the last card in your hand is Yawgmoth, I don't think you can win now. Yawgmoth. That's fine. Let's see. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we don't have enough for Speaker. Well, let us scry draw exile the Yawgmoth, and done. I guess we'll go 1 extra or 2 extra. Well, K command scry draw exile. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, yeah, no, this is fine. Yawgmoth down. Stomping Ground bottom. Lethal's on board. Let's go to combat. And opponent scoops it up. We'll take the win. Alright, so we want Jailer, we want Cage, we want Dismember. K return is good. Some Yawgmoth lists run Fulminator Mage, so we're going to want to keep the Ice still. We'll trim a Rumble. How many basics do Yawgmoth lists usually run? Let's find out. We'll pull up a Yawgmoth list real quick. Yawgmoth. There's Yawgmoth. Let's see here. Between 2 to 3 it looks like. Thing is, the Ghost Quarter could also be very useful in the instance of a Spy Master's Vault. And so I'm also a little bit hesitant there. They do play Endurance, yeah? I imagine most lists do at least 1, and Speaker would mean if they play Speaker 1 or 2 of. So really they run like 2 to 3 Endurances. So maybe trim out an Emrakul. Jailer and Cage are still correct. K return's kind of hit or miss, but it's also pretty good into them. Not knowing whether or not they play Fulminator Mage is definitely making it tricksy, because like 1.6 copies and 52. So that's not nothing. Unholy Heat's also very good, but we're already over, is the problem. I think we drop 6 and drop a Sire Breaker. I think Sire. Though Sire's also pretty hard for them to deal with. We also could drop Speaker. Let's drop Speaker. And bring in what? Maybe bring back in these two? No. I kind of like Speaker here because of Jailer being able to be tutored up. I don't like Flute here. Heat is okay, but December is a definite ES. Let's run it back like this. Yeah, without knowing whether or not they play Fulminator Mage kind of throws me off a bit here. I'll keep this though. We'll pass. Overgrown Tomb Shock. Down 18, Halfling. We'll draw. Sprawl. Commercial District. Looking for a 7-mana value spell on top and pass. So next turn we can get rid of Halfling. We also could just play Jailer. But most likely we'll deal with Halfling. But I guess it'll depend. Dredger's Insight. There's Yawgmoth, Yawgmoth. There's also Aggie and Verdant. Aggie's pretty good here. Chooses Yawgmoth. Okay. Beseiju. Yawgmoth. Well, now I'm thinking we might want to go Jailer. At the same time, it's not like they can play Yawgmoth next turn if we K command them. But they could have an Aggie Soul Cauldron for the Yawgmoth. That would be a bit of an issue. Especially if they have another Yawgmoth in hand. That means they have infinite life. We could instead K command the Yawgmoth. Or actually, you know what we can do? We can mitigate both issues. Imprint Ugin. Exile, exile, exile Halfling, exile Yawgmoth. This should solve everything. Because now they don't have the mana for Yawgmoth, and they don't have the Yawgmoth in Yard for Agatha Soul Cauldron. We'll pass. Next turn we'll likely play Jailer. And pass. Ballista to Yard. Do you have an Aggie Soul Cauldron? Oh shit. Swamp. So you, for all intent and purpose, have infinite life gain. End step. But why not do it while I'm tapped out? Interesting. You could have just gained infinite life there. Aggie target Ballista. Ballista target Yawgmoth. Remove ping. And Undying trigger, repeat, infinite life. But now you don't have that as an option. Not what I wanted to see. I mean, at this point, we just hold up K command then. Yeah, like, I can't do anything else but hold up K command in this instance. Dredger's Insight. Yes. Finds another Ballista. Dryad Arbor. Yawgmoth. Chooses Walking Ballista. Target. In response. Exile, exile. Exile Yawgmoth, exile Ballista. And done. Yeah, in retrospect, I definitely should have hit the Yawgmoth, maybe? I don't know. I was hoping that the jail would be enough, but opponent had the Ballista in yard for the Aggie Soul Cauldron. That made it difficult. We'll draw. Sprawl. I do not need this many sprawls. Talisman. Sprawl. For green. Jailer. And pass. And pass. Ballista to yard. You have another Yawgmoth. Spymaster's Vault. GSC1 for Yawgmoth. So, at this point in time, they still can't win because of Jailer. Yep, this is fine. Jailer stops the loop. Friend, read Jailer. Why would I play Soulish Jailer? Why would I play Soulish Jailer? Come now. Think. Oh my god. Okay. I'll take it. Draw. Okay, I don't need more talismans either, thank you. I will play Sprawl. Green. Talisman. I do not want to phase change, thank you. Sprawl. Green. And pass. 4, 5, 6, 7. Next turn we have Ugin. Land. Fetch 25. Surveil. Keeps it on top. And passing. 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 3 short. Return Ugin to hand. And draw. Breaker. I want Breaker over Ugin right now, so we can get rid of Aggie Soul Cauldron. Yes. Breaker break. And pass. Targeting K command, that's fine. No attacks from the Jailer. Is this a Boseiju? Endurance. Target self or me? Target me? Sure. We'll pass. I mean, next we have Ugin to get rid of the Endurance. They know that too. Why play the Endurance there? We're nowhere near Emrakul, I say, as we get closer to Emrakul. 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I mean, we would have been close. I'm not going to say we weren't. Ugin, exile Endurance. Ugin plus draw. K return. Play the Temple and swing for 5. Down the 20. We'll pass. What is this? Badger Mole Cub. Targeting Mortuary. Sure. I'll draw. Devourer. I mean, Ugin represents, let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12. So, Soulish Jailer is pretty interesting in regards to Ugin because it says players can't cast non-creature spells from graveyards or exile. It does not care about creatures, which the majority of our Eldrazi, well, are. We will Ugin plus. Draw. Another breaker. We could get rid of the Spy Master's Vault. Yes, I like that idea. I was thinking about K returning on their upkeep, but I think we're just going to get rid of Spy Master's Vault. Ugin, Exile Cub, Breaker Spy Master. And opponent scoops it up, we'll take the win. Solid win. We'll be back for match number 2. Can I keep this hand? I mean, my game 1's kind of abysmal against them if they go for an early Kappa line. This does not really bode well for an early Kappa line. On the draw, we have K Command X. 0 on 1, 1 on 2. But nothing's castable unless I find a land. And even then, the earliest cast is Speaker. Yes, we can dig 8 deep. Like, what improves this hand in this matchup? K return? But we're nowhere near K return. I think I'm gonna mulligan this. Sure. I'll pitch Speaker. It's not my favorite hand, but it's workable. Pinnacle Emissary? Boots. Okay. We'll draw. Commercial District. Shock. Green. Pass. So next turn we have Speaker if we want. We probably still will Speaker. Spellbomb. Rebuke mana. Opal. Still Rebuke mana. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so if I play Speaker, we'll have access to 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's about it. In that case, I'm gonna Sprawl for green. Commercial District, Surveil. Mycospawn top, I suppose. Tempted to Mycospawn pitch here. I really want a path towards the kicked Myco. That's not happening right now. I'm still gonna put it on top. Like, maybe we can ramp to Emrakul. The Spellbomb's gonna make things tricksy as well. They're definitely representing Rebuke mana. There's no doubt about that in my mind. Thought cast draw 2. Passing. We'll cast Mycospawn. Yield all. You want to play Rebuke? Here's Rebuke. Yep, so we played that correctly. We'll grab the Temple. What does their list look like real quick? How many basics do you run, friend? 2? Okay, so going for Ghost Quarter is not a good option here. We'll grab Temple. Play Lab. No Imprint. K Command X1. Slow start for opponent for sure. Is this a Pinnacle Emissary? There's a Pinnacle Emissary. You can haste it. EE0. Trigger. There's Kappa. Yep. And you can haste it as well. Yeesh. Don't like that. Haste. Go to attacks. I'll take the 6 down to 12. End step. Warp. Ramp and Scry draw. And done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. If I find a temple off top, we have Emrakul. We'll draw. Confirming 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Unfortunate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So I will kick a Mycospawn. Trying to think of my lines here. Myco kick, hit the Fiery Islet. Taps for blue. Spellbomb, draw a card. I will grab Temple. Do I want to play the lab? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I mean, the speaker's not going to be countered. It technically could get bounced, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay. So we're going to play the speaker, but we're not going to sack the spawn. And the reason being is if they Tormod script me, the speaker and the spawn are necessary. So no. We'll pass. We just need to hope that we don't lose here. They can play Pinnacle Emissary, and that will trigger Kappa. So now this is 9 damage. 10, 11. 11 damage, yeah? We're down to 1. Comes down to this Emrakul. We draw. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We can play around Rebuke. So tap. Untap. Do we need to actually do this? Hold on. We'll pause for a second. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yes, we do. I want to play around Rebuke. Well, I guess I don't have to tap. If they play Rebuke in response, we can untap, right? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yes, we can do that. So we don't need to untap now. We can wait until response. We have enough mana to do that. Okay. And 1, 2. Emrakul. Do you have Rebuke? There's Rebuke. In response, Formidable Speaker untaps Stomping Ground. pay the 3. And our turn, comrade. We draw. Weapons. We are somehow going to potentially win this. So let's go to main. So first off and foremost, we want to attack with Kappa and Pinnacle Emissary. Actually, do I need to attack with Pinnacle Emissary? Yes, we do actually. Well, not necessarily, I suppose. The problem is, if I attack with Pinnacle Emissary and block it with Mycospawn... Actually, no, we can do this. We can make this work. I have plans. Okay, go to combat. Attack. Attack with Kappa, attack with Pinnacle. Go to blocks. We block, we block, we block. Go to damage. Only 2 at Myco. Myco survives. We then crack with EE. Yep. The question now is, do I crack the Fiery Islet? I'm going to say no. There's no reason for us to do so, I don't believe. And at this point, we'll just ping him for 1 and pass. Lethal's now on board. They have a weapons factory in hand. I don't think there's one card that they can draw to win here. I think we got there with the Emrakul. Oh, yeah, Claws of Gix will get there, actually. Shit. How much mana is Claws of Gix? 0? So even if I crack the Islet, it wouldn't matter. Yeah, Claws of Gix would get there. Well, I guess actually no. Maybe we should have sacked the Fire Islet then. Because then if they drew into Claws of Gix, they wouldn't have the mana to sacrifice. Ah, damn. I mean, they play 1 Claws. Okay, they did not draw the Claws. Thank God. Bonus gives it up. We got the win. Christ. Yeah, I was just thinking about that, like, okay, what's their 1 out here? And the answer was Claws. The answer was Claws of Gix. So maybe I should have cracked the Fire Islet. Alright, Fade from History in, Vexing Bauble in, Dismember in. We'll trim out Ice Till, the Ghost Quarter package, Rumble, and an Emrakul. And we will run it back. Actually, do I want to go Emrakul or I want to go Ugin? I'm actually going to go Ugin, I think. Ugin might have less impact than Emrakul. Yeah, so what they could have done, for those who might not see the line, is they could have played the Weapons Factory, then play Claws of Gix. That would have made a munitions token. Then they would pay the 1 mana to sacrifice the munitions to deal 2 to me. So that would have been the out. Yeah, the last card in hand was Weapons when we took control of their turn. So I think there might be an argument that we should have cracked the Fire Islet to avoid that exact outcome. All right, let's run it back like this, though. Okay. Okay. Yes, I'll keep Gemstone. What do we pitch? The Stomping Ground? Yes. We'll pass. Do not dump your hand on 1. Sporific Springs Bolt. Pinnacle Emissary? Ugh. So you're going to dump your hand on 1, unfortunate. I mean, that's the one downside of Vexing Bauble on the draw. It's just sometimes can just do nothing. we'll draw. Emrakul. So I'm thinking that I go Temple, K command, Scry, draw, exile. Exile a drone or the Mem Knight. The drones are harder to block by comparison, though they themselves cannot block. But I think I get rid of the drone. And done. Shifting Wood. Play Bauble. And pass. And pass. A Fade for Mystery would be nice right now, especially with them playing the Saga. Kappa and Yard? Yeesh. They're one off the Kappa. There's nothing we can play off the Temple, is there? So in that case, we will... Well, no. No, there's not nothing. There's nothing we can play off Temple. So we'll tap the Temple first. 1, 2. They have potential for Consign mana, but not Rebuke mana. Rumble. Second Bauble. Bauble's not doing too much. Bauble being put to Yard is not bad. 1, 2, 3. Let's grab Speaker. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm going to play Misty Rainforest here. We're going to fetch Surveil, and we're angling for this Emrakul yet again. Saga trigger. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we find a Temple off top. Interesting. They could have played Kappa, but they chose against it. So what does that tell me? It tells me they either have Rebuke or they have Consign in hand, yeah? Those would be my guesses. End step, Misty Fetch. Surveil. Ugin. Ugin to Yard. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Shit. They could have played Kappa last turn, but chose not to. So what does that suggest? That suggests to me that they have either Rebuke or they have Consign. The problem is, as it stands, if we wait for the Emrakul, they could try and make a Construct, but I don't think that is why they would wait on a Kappa. A Kappa is much better than a Construct by comparison, though I guess next turn they could theoretically grab Boots to haste the Kappa. The problem here is, right, is if we allow Saga to go off as is, then they can grab Tormod's Crypt and crypt my Yard, meaning that we can't even play Emrakul anyways. The other problem is we can't play Speaker, because they'll just get countered by Rebuke. We could cast Rumble pretty freely, though. But I think Rumble would be better in the instance that they were to consign or rebuke the Emrakul. So I'm thinking we go Shifting Woodland and Emrakul. I think we just have to go for it, unfortunately. Turn 3 Emrakul, pretty good, but I'm gonna feel bad if they consign here. Do you have the consign? If you have Rebuke, I'm kind of okay with Rebuke. Consign, though, not so much. What the fresh hell? What are we doing? Oh, just, okay. Just overpaying for a consign. We'll pass in full. Yeah, that's what I thought was going to happen, but it was worth a shot, I suppose. Like, they very heavily telegraphed something. At least this means they don't make a construct. Given that we showed shifting woodland, though, they'll likely Tormod script, I would guess. Nope, they're gonna go boots on the Kappa. Maybe I should have waited a turn. Pinnacle Emissary. Tormod script. Vexing Bubble says no. Vexing Bubble says no. If I find a Fade from History off the top, that would be fun. Attack for 2, down to 12. We'll draw. Talisman. You're at 17 with no Tormod script. Next turn. How much damage can you deal me next turn? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Equip boots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 10. 11. Right? Would we be at we would take only 11 down to 1 as it stands, unless they have another artifact. The problem is the Pinnacle Emissary. We could rumble here to try and find a Myco spawn. If we find a Myco spawn, we can Bajuka Ball, get rid of the Kappa. Now, mind you, the board state's still a bit of an issue, but we might be able to make it work. We would need to shock for the shifting. Yeah, that's the problem. So we can't go for that direction. So I think we have to rumble here. And try and find a Myco. So green, red, rumble. Bajuka Bog. Bajuka Bog, target you. Kappa's out. We could grab Speaker here for another Emrakul. Yes, that is an option. Is that the best option? Honestly, based on the board state, the best option actually might be a Sire of 7 Death. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Speaker. Pitch Talisman. I'm going to grab Cyrus 7 Death then. And pass. And pass. Looks like they have a Kappa. So that was the last card in hand. Pinnacle Emissary. Hasting the Kappa. Pinnacle Emissary can be blocked, so that's fine. So it's going to come down to their top deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to have to tap Pinnacle Emissary. Or not Pinnacle Emissary. Speaker. Because we can't shock reasonably. So we have 10 life. If they have an artifact, they win. We block 5, 6, 7, 10. No, they still have it. Unfortunately. Yeah, they just attack all out then. Wait, what? 1, 6, 10? They had the win, they just didn't see it. Oh, that's funny. So at this point, we will go to combat. No blocks from opponent. Down to 10, up to 10. Why would they not block there? I mean, opponent may have just punted. Because they had lethal damage. Even through the Sire. Unfortunately, we lose now. Because now they're going to haste the Kappa, yeah? So Kappa will come down as 5. That's 11. Both uncounterable. So even if I were to K return, we lose. Oh, I guess in retrospect, I may have made a mistake. We're going to concede. Because we should have actually shifting. I guess when they gave us the turn, because I forgot that the drones can only block creatures of flying. If I would have shifting target Emrakul, 1, 2, 3, 4. We wouldn't have enough for the K return, but they would have been forced to block for 3, for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, they still would have had enough for the second cap off top, unfortunately. If I had K return swept, they still would have had enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then equip the boots. So yeah, no matter what, unfortunately we lost there. Though we definitely could have taken things a little bit, made some tighter plays, realistically speaking. All right, so Gemstone out, down to 21. Rumble back in. We'll run it back. But yeah, opponent quite literally missed lethal damage. I will keep. We do need to find some threats off top. But this K return can help us in the instance that they have an early Pinnacle Emissary turn. Perfect Springs Bolt. EE. Memnite. Memnite. Bauble. Thoughtcast, draw 2. Draw. Bauble, target me. So that tells me they don't have a Kappa. But I think it still might be right to K return. Let's Commercial District Surveil. Speaker to top. And return. Get rid of the Memnites and pass. Bauble trigger pass. Clausagix. Tormod's Crypt. Emery. Mill. Boots. Islet. And passing. Let's see here. Let us start with Lab. No imprint. Sprawl. For green. Yeah, Sprawl for green. We're going to pitch the Sprawl if it resolves. Do they have Rebuke as the last card? They do not. Pitch Sprawl. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What do we want here? I'm thinking we might want to go either Breaker or Myco Spawn. Breaker's tempting. Cyrus 7 Death is also pretty tempting. Let's go Cyrus 7 Death. and pass. There's a few things that are pretty tempting there, to be fair. But Sire's going to present a clock, and they're going to have to Tormod script this K return, most likely. Emery target Bauble. This is Kappa mana. Bauble. The only problem by doing that, that means his K return will sweep the board. Bauble trigger draw. Temple. And that's a nice find. K return, yield all. You want a Tormod script? There's the Tormod script. Consign, sure. No. And we will pass, no attacks. One, two, three, four, five, six. I guess we could have played Breaker after attacking, to be fair. Weapons. They have the claws, weapons, Emery. So we probably need to get rid of the weapons here. Bauble target me. Otherwise they're going to keep on looping Bauble and make more munitions off the Emery. Tapped. End step. Untap. Return. We'll draw. Bauble. Draw. Shifting. Breaker will break the weapons. And attack for 2. If I can fill my yard, we can get this Sire online. Bauble. Bauble target me. So a simple Rumble would go a long way. Bauble. Yeah, I mean, Bauble and Emery pretty good together. I'm just drawing cards en masse. Land for turn, Bauble. They're going to draw like 4 cards here, Jesus. Bauble targets self at this point. Trigger. We'll draw. K command. Let's think here for a second. Is there a way? I think there is a way to win here. Ramp and Scry draw. And done. There's the Rumble. Sire, bottom. Do we go top, yes. I guess we only need to go top, but we'll go top, draw. Green. Sack. Rumble. Grab. Have we played a land for turn? I don't believe so. We have not. 1, 2, 3. Untap here. Guess we can go Bauble as well. Grab Bauble. Because again, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, this is fine. They have the Tormod script. We'll sack for Bauble. So you can Tormod script, I suppose. Is it worth it then to even go for the shifting line or just attack? Let's just attack. You're down to 7, lethal's on board. And we'll hold up the Bauble. We can find a way to activate shifting multiple times next turn, then we're in a good spot. Boots. Boots are fine. A Kappa here is okay, even if you haste it. Yep. Leaving the Tormod script back. You have to Tormod script me now, though. If you don't, you will lose. Do they see the line is the question. Emery. Keeps the new Emery. Mills another Kappa. And draw. Verdant Catacomb. Fetch. For a forest. Shifting Woodland. Targets Cyrus 7 death. In response, targets Cyrus 7 death. Go to combat, swing with all, and that's GG's. Bone scoops it up, we got the win. Solid. All right, we'll be back for match number 3. All right, and we're back for match number 3 on the draw for game 1. I mean, I like the gemstone. I think I pitched the bog. Actually, I'm going to pitch the commercial district. Gemstone, pitch district. The bog actually has some utility that I don't want to lose by exiling it. Flooded Strand, fetch 19. Sacred Foundry, shock 17. Looks like energy. We'll draw. Lab. I will play Wooded Foothill, fetch for a forest. Rumble. Devourer. Yes, Devourer, pass. Thankfully no Ragavan on 1, we'll pass. Arid Mesa, fetch 16. Sacred Foundry, shock 14. Bombardment, a Johnny. Would love to see a return off top. Even a K command off top would be pretty good here. Guided Soul's attack down to 18. End step. And draw. Ask and you shall receive, friends. Ask and you shall receive. Let's see. In that case, I'm thinking I might just K-return now. Yeah. So let's K-return now. Clear the board. A Johnny down. Do we imprint the Devourer? Yes, I think so. Imprint and pass. And hold. Next turn we can Speaker. Arid Mesa. If you play Flays, your Bog next turn. Plains. Do you have a Blood Moon? Screaming Nemesis. Huh. Huh. I'll be real. Was not expecting Screaming Nemesis. I'll take the 3. We'll draw. Shifting Woodland. Shifting Woodland's interesting here. I will play the Shifting Woodland. So, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll play the Shifting Wood. I'll play the Formidable Speaker. Formidable Speaker will pitch the Bog. And we are currently at 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So no Emrakul. There's a few things that we can do here. We could play it safe and grab Mycospawn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like, I'm just trying to think of if they were to play Blood Moon next turn. I think we have to just go Sire of Seven Death. But we can't gain life. Oh, this is kind of tricksy. I can't gain life if I sweep the Screaming Nemesis with the K return. So we almost want to go for the Devour of Destiny, don't we? That way we can exile it instead. I suppose we could grab Sire, imprint it under Lab, and then we could Devour next turn and pocket the Sire for later. That seems reasonable. We'll grab the Sire, and we'll pass. So we can't block it then. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yep. Go to combat, swing for 3. We'll take the 3, down to 12. Elegant Parlor Surveil. Flooded Strand to Yard. Ocelot Pride. Voice of Victory. Opponent, you do know we have a Sweeper primed, right? Return Devour to hand. Draw. Lab. Imprint. Tap on tap. Cast Devourer of Destiny. Devour targets Screaming Nemesis, so that way it's not dealt damage. And then, yes. And pass. We have K command next turn, which does also enable our Shifting Woodland thereafter. We get the ramp into Sire. Bombardment, a bit late to the party. We'll draw. Ice Still. I will play Ice Still Explorer. And grab Forest, Mill, and Ghost Quarter, Mill. Go to combat. We have a K command X2. And I guess Nemesis is pretty good in the mirror for sure. Okay, so we're gonna bring in our heats. We don't know what our opponent's list is, to say the least. Huh. So the question is whether or not we can cut the Ice Stills. I'm gonna say the answer is probably no. We'll trim a Rumble, trim an Emrakul. I'll trim a Ghost Quarter, but we'll keep the Ice Tills in 6. I do wonder if maybe Dismember's relevant for the Screaming Nemesis, though maybe they cut the Screaming Nemesis, given that the matchup might not be the best for it. System Magic, thank you much for the raid. Welcome, welcome, raiders. I am Mark, aka Giltspire. I'm an educational magic gathering content creator that focuses on Eldrazi or Tron decks. Right now, we're playing Eldrazi Ramp in Modern, but soon we will be branching out into some Eldrazi and Tron decks in Legacy and Vintage as well. So if you are a fan of the Flying Spaghetti Monsters, as well as Karn the Great Creator, you are in the right place. System Magic, I hope your stream went well. And right now we are in game 2, up one game against Energy. And this hand's kind of interesting. I'll keep it, but I need to draw lands here. We'll keep, we'll pass. If I draw into a lab, that would be fantastic. Elgin Parlor Surveil. I guess also I would take a what? Sprawl? Sprawl, land, all the above. Micah Spawn is not it though. Do I shock for the heat? I think so. We'll hold. Alright, I need lands. Again, lab would be the best hit here. Is this a Hasty Ragavan? Bombardment. Bombardment's fine. We get the hold of the heat still. Land. Well, it is a land. Not the land I was looking for, but it will do. We'll pass. Next turn we'll play the Talisman. We still get the hold up heat here. If they play a Johnny, we can heat it. There's a Johnny. ETB trigger. So the question then, of course, becomes, do we heat it now? I think the answer is yes. And the reason being is I don't want to be in this awkward standoff where I can't use the heat because they don't sack the token to flip. So I think it's just better to heat now to get the Johnny off board. We'll draw. Okay. Windswept Teeth. This now raises the question of, do I play the Talisman or hold up the K return? I think we hold up the K return. And if in instance we don't need to cast it, we can fetch, surveil, try and find a land. It is another Johnny. Yes. The problem is now I can't get rid of the Johnny. We can force them to sack the other cat, I suppose. Oh, but they're a bit worried, maybe? About instant speed removal? They shouldn't be. There's a Johnny. Bombardment triggers. They'll activate a Johnny. Reflexive trigger will fetch for a forest. And K return. Get rid of the cat so we take a little less damage. They can sack him, put me down to 11. Yeah, it's not looking good. The second of Johnny might just hose me. Land? No. So, Talisman. At this point, we just need to get to this Ugin. We'll pass. The question is whether or not we can get there fast enough. We can Ice Tail next turn. We can Myco Spawn. I suppose if we find a land, we Myco Spawn. If we don't, we Ice Tail. Because this Ugin is kind of our only hope, I think. Guide of Souls. Ragavan. Trigger. A Johnny. Down to 8. A theoretical 5. We draw. Well, there's the land. But I don't think it's going to be enough no matter how we look at it. So we can cast Mycospawn. Nope. Cast Myco. Yield all. Oh no, we're dead no matter what, right? Because a Johnny represents 8 damage. A Johnny 0, hit me for 4, sack. No, we'll just concede. We're good. Yeah, the second of Johnny hurt a lot there. We'll bring in the Rumble, trim the Gemstone, and run it back. Yeah, I guess the question is, should we have played the Talisman for the Ice Till? Would that have made a huge difference? I don't know. I don't think we would have gotten to the Ugin regardless. Well, no. Yeah, no, I don't think it would have. Because that turn would have been the turn that we would have played the Ice Still. So we wouldn't have gotten another turn after to play the Ugin. If we draw into a 7-mana value spell, this hand's pretty good. If we don't, we need to find something off the Rumble. This is okay. It's not my favorite hand in the world. It's a little bit slower than I would like, but a 7-mana value spell off the top here really accelerates us. Sacred Foundry Shock. The 18. Ocelot Pride. 7-mana value spell. Draw. Talisman. In that case, I'll play Lab. No Imprint. We'll play the Talisman, hold the Heat. This also enables K command next turn. We'll take one from the Ocelot Pride. And then make a decision on end of second main, I suppose. Unless they play on their first main here. Is this Bombardment? It's a Johnny. In that case, this is interesting. We can heat the Ocelot Pride now, but then we aren't guaranteed to get rid of the Johnny. So in that case, I should heat the Johnny and exile the Ocelot Pride next turn. ETB, heat a Johnny. We'll pass. A Johnny down. Ocelot Pride will attack. It is for 1 down to 18. They'll be up at 19 and get a token. We can get rid of the Ocelot Pride next turn. We'll draw. Forest. We'll play the Forest. Do we play the K command? Mycospawn. If we play the Mycospawn, we ramp. But I think we need to get rid of this Ocelot Pride. We can Rumble, actually, and still get rid of the Ocelot Pride as well. And block. Yes. Let us Rumble. Actually, let me tap like this. That way it can just represent that we could have a K return, I suppose. Rumble. Temple. And hold K command. This way next turn we can kick the Myco. So we can block the Cat Warrior token, exile the Pride. Go to blocks, we block before damage. Do I want to ramp and exile or scry draw? I think I want to scry draw exile. Though I guess if we ramp, we then have access to 7-mana value spells. Yeah, that's true. Let me make sure I did that correctly. Ramp exile, yes. And done. So Ocelot Pride down. We'll take one down to 17. Land for turn. Fetch 18 for Sacred Foundry Shock. Blood Moon? No, that doesn't make sense. Either Screaming Nemesis or Seasoned Pyro. Yep, Seasoned Pyro. If you pitch a Flage, then we're going to Bajuka Bog you. And there's Flage, Damping Sphere. So we are going to Bajuka Bog them. We'll draw. Ugin. So now we can prime Ugin next turn. So might go kick the arena. And then we'll Bajuka Bog the Flage out of yard. And next turn we have Ugin primed, unless they get rid of the spawn. Sacred Foundry Shock 14. Is this a Blood Moon? It's a Screaming Nemesis. Screaming Nemesis is fine. We'll take that from Screaming Nemesis. Alpha striking in. I will block the Cat Warrior token. The reason why I don't want to block the Seasoned Pyro is because that provides recursion where we can otherwise exile it with Ugin. Go down to 9. We're going to need to take out Screaming Nemesis so we can ensure that we continue to gain life. World Breaker. Beefy, thank you much for the raid. Welcome, welcome, Raiders. I am Mark, aka Giltspire. I'm an educational Magic Gathering content creator that specializes in Eldrazi and Tron decks. Tonight we are playing Eldrazi Ramp in Modern. And we are currently playing against Energy in Game 3. We're currently up one match. Or actually, no, we're not up one match. We're currently even. Game 3, duh. But we're about to cast Ugin here. Hopefully you had an amazing, amazing stream, and hopefully you guys enjoy me playing against my opponent here, who is playing an interesting build with Screaming Nemesis, but thankfully we can exile it to Ugin. We can gain some life, draw a card, and we shall pass. No attacks. And we'll hold. Alright, what can you do about the Ugin, friendo? That is the question. Next we get to play the Breaker and Talisman to exile more things. Surveil. We are going to be branching out into Legacy and Vintage soon. Once I get my All Access account, we will be doing that. I'm very excited to be doing so. But for now, we're just continuing testing Eldrazi Ramp in Modern, as right now we are testing both 6 and Formidable Speaker, which have both been performing really well in my experience. Voice of Victory is fine. Yep, you can flood the board, but I don't really care too much, friend. And draw. Eldrazi Temple. Okay, so what are we looking at here? Let's first off and foremost, plus a Ugin, draw. Formidable Speaker. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So we don't have Emrakul primed. So we're going to play the Temple. We're going to play Talisman. Exile Pyro. And then we're going to cast Breaker. Exile the Voice of Victory. Breaker will break the Elegant Parlor. I mean, Ugin is primed here. So I think they're going to be forced to attack. That's not going to mean too much, I don't think. Not with the current board state as it stands. So yeah, you're forced to attack Ugin. We'll block what we need. If you don't attack Ugin, you lose. Yep, they recognize that as well. We'll block. We'll block. Ragavan down. Cat down. Ugin still on board. And we draw. Let's draw off Ugin. Sprawl. I don't really care for Sprawl, so we're going to start with Speaker. Pitch the Sprawl. And at this point, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We're going to grab Emrakul. Play a land for turn. And methinks opponent will be dead. Ugin target. Yield all. Let's go to attacks. Our turn, comrade. Arena of Glory. Don't mind if I do. A Flage on top of which. Well, in that case, we'll fetch. Any other spicy stuff you have in your deck? I'm kind of curious now. Johnny, Blood Moon, Encampment, Bombardment. No, it looks like Screaming Nemesis is the spice. Okay. We're going to fail to find. We'll play the Arena of Glory. We will exert it. I will cast their Flage for them. Flage will ETB. Flage will target self. And escape trigger. Yield all. Yield all. Let's go to combat. Attack with the Elemental. Go to blocks. And pass in full. And pass. All right, well, let's see what you can do, opponent, but I don't think you're going to be able to do much. Opponent will pass, and let's not belabor the point, eh? Let's attack in, and that will be GG's. Solid. Alrighty, well, we'll be back for match number 4. All right, and we're back for match 4 on the draw for game 1. We'll pass. Would love to see a 7 value spell off top. It's energy again? Maybe. Big maybe there. I will Windswept Teeth fetch for a forest. Utopia Sprawl for green. And pass. We have Speaker next turn regardless, which can then ramp us into a kicked Myco. Flagstones. Yeah, as soon as I saw the Flagstones, I grew concerned. So this is Boros Land Destruction. I would love to see a 7 value spell off top so we can go Speaker into Ice Till. Perfect. That is perfect. I will pitch. I think we pitched Lab here, yeah? Yeah. Pitch Lab. We're grabbing Ice Till. Have fun destroying my lands, opponent. Suppression Field? That's fine. Stomping Ground Shock. Like, I don't have that many activated abilities, so I don't really care. East Till. Fucking rude. That's what I have to say about that. Fucking rude. Alright, yeah. That is a thing you can do. I will in fact not pay the 1. Alright, I suppose I'm just gonna attack then? Damn. Okay. What you got? Another suppression field? Sure. We'll draw. So Ugin's Labyrinth's activated ability cost 4 mana now. Huh. Rude. We'll attack with Speaker. So I can't return Breaker, even if I wanted to. Fisher. Magus of the Tabernacle. All creatures have, at the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice this creature unless they pay 1. Again, rude. But that's fine. So yeah, Ugin's Lab cost 4 mana to activate, right? Return. Yeah, I was right. Okay. Just want to confirm that. Alright. Well, this is fascinating. This is very fascinating. We can't clear. It's a 2/6. So we'll just pocket the K return. We'll pay the 1. Yes. We'll draw. I'd love to see what, maybe Myco spawn here? No Myco, we find Temple. I suppose we'll play the Temple and pass. Magus of the Tabernacle. We'll pay the 1. Okay. We'll just pocket the K return. I'm just gonna pass? Sure. I'm okay attacking. Well, feels like bait, so I'm just gonna take the 2. And we'll draw, trigger. We'll pay the 1. Yes. Another Speaker. Interesting. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Temple. Cast Speaker. Speaker will pitch the return. Grab Emrakul. We'll pass. Do I attack? I don't think I need to attack. We'll just pass. Have fun with this. Because again, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So, I mean, I can pay for both speakers. Emrakul bolt, sure. You have a double bolt? Like, the speakers are doing nothing here. In fact, I think you just... No, you didn't add a type TR. That's fine. Double bolt? Sure. I don't care. Like, I feel like that was better served at my face than it was at the speaker, right? My opponent's deck confuses me. Like, what is this built to win against? End step. Draw. We'll pay the 1. Yes. Draw. Ugin. I mean, that's also pretty good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, we can just sacrifice their Tabernacle to itself. I guess, actually, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We would be able to pay for the Mana Tithe. So that's good. I don't believe I have to say that, but we do have the ability to pay for the Mana Tithe. K return. Yield all. No. Our turn, comrade? Why do you have 3 Magus of the Tabernacles? Each player sacrifices a land of their choice for each card in your hand. Huh. That's 4 mana? I mean, I'm kind of okay with that. Trigger. I will not pay the 1. No. So, I can't Ghost Quarter you because of the suppression fields. So we just Thoughts of Ruin? Draw? Another one! Go to main. Thoughts of Ruin? Uh-huh. I will sack. I will, I guess, sack. Opponent will scoop it up. We'll take the win. Interesting. Very, very interesting. I don't even know what to really classify this as, but I guess I'm going to say land destruction, question mark. I'm going to say based on what we saw, I guess maybe I should have tried to search their deck to see what they're playing. Big Boros. So probably like, I don't know, I'm not sure if they play Flage. Rumble out, I'm thinking Heaton. I think Heat makes sense. Ice still makes sense. I don't think Dismember makes sense. I think we just leave it like this. I don't think there's much else that we want to bring in. Yeah, like, I still should just win on the spot. Like, I played against something like this at RC Vegas. Not with the Magus. The Magus is weird. But definitely like the land destruction shenanigans. Sure, I'll keep this. We'll pass. Plains. We'll draw. Myco. Play a forest and pass. Do we play around the Mana Typhon too? Maybe. Because my thought here is we want to rumble, but if they hold up the white source... Am I really going to have to play around Mana Tithe of all cards? For God's sake. Stupid card. I will play Bajuka Bog and pass. Yeah, I guess so. We'll pass. Like, I want this rumble to resolve. We'll pass. Cascading Cataracts. What do you play? Golos? Oh, it's indestructible. So Boom Bust, Molten Rain, freaking rude. Forest to forest equivalent? Temple pass. Yeah, the Stone Rain was a bit rough. Pain cost. Thank you for this, actually. We'll grab a forest, because now we can play Rumble. That was very helpful. You took me off of green, and then you decided to put me back on green. I feel like that was a mistake, but that's me. We'll draw. If I found another land, I wouldn't be upset. That way I wouldn't have to play the Temple. Talisman. We'll play the Temple. And Rumble. Play around Mana Tithe. I'll grab another Temple. I want to make sure that we can resolve our bodies. So I'm holding off on the Myco. If they hit the Temple, I'm kind of okay with it. Because we have another Temple as follow-up. Unless I guess it's a Stone Rain. Stone Rain would be bad, but price is fine. Pillage. Rude. We'll float. So I like he's still playing... Like, they just keep on holding up this Plains. It just screams to me that they have a Mana Tithe. Emrakul. Temple. Myco Spawn. Yield All. grab Temple or Lab. Let's grab Lab. Imprint. I'll imprint 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I imprint the Ugin. Micah will hit board. And then we'll play the Talisman. So this way next turn we can play Breaker Sire through Mana Tithe. And we can exile your Cataracts. Screw Indestructible. Like, it's fine, I guess, if they get rid of the Ugin, not the end of the world. Yep, there's the Boom Bust. That's why I want to get rid of the Cataracts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're still short now. We have a body on board, which is going to be difficult for them. Price of Freedom. That is actually kind of annoying. So now we're short by 2? Yes. If I can draw into a soul land, that'd be nice. I think it's only labs. No, actually, we have a temple left. We have a temple and labs left. So I think 4 hits. K command is okay. I think I actually want to cast the K command now, not to have to deal with a mana tithe. X equals 3. There's Myco. There's Wooded Foothill. There's Cavernous Souls. I want the Myco. I want the Wooded Foothill. So we draw, we draw. So I'm going to say bottom, top, top, draw. Play. We're not going to fetch unless we have to. Down to 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like, I guess the question is, why would we need to fetch? I guess maybe the Magus? Or whatever that 4-6 was, so we can heat it. Yep, Magus of the Tabernacle. So we're going to have to heat this, because we're not going to be able to pay for the spawns. So that is fine. Yep. End step, fetch. Stomping Ground, shock. Heat. Tabernacle down. We'll draw. Talisman. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13. Our turn, comrade. Let's swing. Flash, Stone Rain, Mana Tithe. I was right. I was right about the Mana Tithe. You've been playing around it this entire time. So double Flash. Go to main. So we can Stone Rain their own. Actually, do I just Thoughts of Ruin? I think we just Thoughts of Ruin, right? We Sacred Foundry, we shock, we Thoughts of Ruin, and we sacrifice everything. Like, I don't care at that point, we just win. So, yeah. Sacred Foundry, shock, Thoughts of Ruin for 4, sacrifice all your lands. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, opponent. Have fun. Oh, that's so much fun. I understand why opponent likes that Thoughts of Ruin. It's really fun to cast. But you know what makes it even more fun? When you cast it for your opponent. With that being said, we'll be back for match 5. All right, and we're back for match 5. On the draw for game 1, supposedly against Energy. Opponent Logan's down to 5. That is promising. As long as we don't see a turn 1 Ragavan, I'm pretty happy with this hand. And pass. Because, yeah, we have turn 2, turn 3 Myco. Opponent plays a land and passes. Okay. Another temple. Love it. I will tuck Ugin, play Talisman, and pass. Opponent will fetch 19, Surveil, Elegant Parlor. So looking more and more like it is still energy. Could be Ruby Storm, of course. Sacred Foundry, Shock, 17, 4. Voice of Victory, that's fine. We'll draw. World Breaker. Temple, cast Myco. Yield all. I'm gonna grab a fetch here. And there's a reason, because, like, if there's a world where they can, I don't know, prismatic ending my Talisman, I do not want to be blown out here. So we're gonna grab Wooded Foothill. And we're gonna pass. This way we can get a green source, we can fetch, we can surveil. Next turn we can breaker, we can Myco spawn, we can do a ton of stuff. Windswept Heath fetch. Plains for Flage. Discharge. Discharge is fine. We will take 3 down to 16. Dashed Ragavan. Not a fan of that, but okay. Attack, mobilize. So that is going to be 5 damage. Ragavan will pilfer. Ragavan pilfers sprawl. That's fine. I'm not exactly hurting for mana right now. We'll fetch, surveil. Show me K-Return on top. That'd be lovely. Nope, lab. We don't need lab right now. And draw 6. 6 is also fine. Yeah, I mean, I think we just World Breaker. So how much mana do we have? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 minus 4 is 3. I'm kind of tempted to kick Myco Spawn and play 6, actually. They don't have any energy right now. So I think that's what we're going to do. Myco Spawn. Myco Spawn, kick, Sacred Foundry. I'll grab another temple at this point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So even if we go lab, we can't play that. I think I go Sanctum, actually. Yeah, I think we go Sanctum and then 6. And the nice thing about 6 here as well is it has reach. So even if they were to float something, we can still block it. I guess with Ragavan, though, it will clear 6, but at least we can block it, I suppose. There's a Johnny. Do you have a way to flip a Johnny? Ragavan. You do not. I will draw. Devour's perfect here. We want to get rid of a Johnny. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yup. Do I want to crack the Sanctum? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not really. I don't think we need to either. At the same time, I guess next turn playing a Cyrus 7 Death is really good. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't want to attack with 6, but I guess if they want to double block, well, no. We'll sack. I'm gonna grab a Sire, because Sire's pretty difficult for them to deal with reasonably. You have 1 card left in hand, and my bodies on board are pretty chunky. Even if you were to float something on the off chance, we can still block with 6, and next turn we have Sire's 7 Death. Honestly, on end step, I might still return Ugin to hand, just to prime it for later. And if I don't scoop it up, we'll take the win. Perfect. I do enjoy winning game 1 against Energy. Alright, Heaton. We will trim a Rumble. And we will trim an Emrakul and Ghost Quarter, I believe, is normally what I go with right now. I do wonder about whether or not we want to trim Emrakul, but I think we do. I think like we have Sire 7 Death, so if we need to tutor something, most times Sire is better than Emrakul in these instances. And Emrakul does fold to a Thraben Charm hitting yard, so I think trimming an Emrakul is correct here. Some lists also run Ghost Vacuum, which is relevant. Alright. Interesting hand. We keep it, but it is definitely an interesting hand. We'll keep. Opponent mulligans down to 6. I'd love to find a red source here for this K return. So Talisman, Fetch, Stomping Ground. Hell, I'll take Commercial District, right? But otherwise, we have K Command X2 on 2, K Command X4 on 3. So, I mean, the hand looks pretty good. The worst case scenario here is a Ragavan on 1, which they do not have. That's awesome. There's Talisman. We will take the Talisman. We will Imprint Devour and Talisman and pass. So now K Return is primed. And next turn we K Command for 3 if we want. They'll Surveil. I mean, they have a slow start and we have a very aggressive hand. We'll pass. Encampment. Voice. Voice is fine. We'll probably just exile and ramp here, I think. Probably X equals 2, that way hold the K return. Verdant Cat. Temple. K command, ramp and exile. And then next turn we can play Cyrus 7 Death otherwise. We'll hold. And hold. So K return's now primed. Sire's also primed. Blood Moon? Blood Moon is actually okay right now. We'll draw. Another K return. So we don't have enough for Sire, but we can K command still. And if we find a Mycospawn, we can kick their planes as well. Also, the Pride resolves. K command, ramp and scry draw. X equals 4. Show me a Mycospawn. Red. What is this? Wear Tear? That's rude. This is fine though. Funny enough, there's the Mycospawn, but no green sources. I'm still tempted to grab the Mycospawn and hope for a green source later. We'll draw. And draw. Speaker. We'll just cast Cyrus 7 Death. We'll pass. And pass. We have 2 returns in hand. At this point, they need a static prison, because they shouldn't ever be getting to the point of having enough creatures on board to deal with a Sire with a Thraben Charm. I guess they also could concede. Conceding is an option. That is, in fact, always an option that you have when playing a game of Magic the Gathering. So, with that being said, that there will be the 5-0 for tonight's league for another trophy for Eldrazi Ramp. Very nice stuff. I mean, the deck just continues to perform well. I am very happy with the list. The data behind it continues to support the current iteration. I do think that there is room for testing of the Chrysalis list, which is basically cut 2 Ice Till, cut 6, play 3 Chrysalis. Probably cut Shifting Woodland from the mana base and maybe bring in something else. I'm not sure what though. Would have to give that one more thought. But honestly, the list as is just has been really good, has really impressed me. I've been very happy with Formidable Speaker. I've been very happy with 6. But with that being said, that there will be the end of tonight's YouTube video. As always, if you did enjoy it, please do consider hitting the like button. Comment down below if you did see any lines that I missed, any mistakes that I made, or any general feedback be much appreciated. For as much that I hope y'all learn from me in both my success and failure, I hope I can learn from you all as well. Last but not least, if you're enjoying the video and haven't already, please do consider hitting the subscribe button as we continue to grow this channel. However, if you would like to watch these videos recorded live over on Twitch, you can find me there Sundays through Thursdays at 10 p.m. CST and Fridays and Saturdays at 8 p.m. CST for the weekend challenges. Otherwise, you can head over to my Patreon where you can find these videos ad-free and early. With that being said though, folks, I will see y'all next time. Bye-bye!